To say that Joe Biden is the threat to democracy, considering what Donald Trump and his band of lawyers tried to pull off in 2020, is complete insanity. I mean, he dispatched lawyers all over the country to overturn a free and fair election. A lot of them have pled out to doing this. A lot of them are still to face trial. And he's doing his darndest to make sure that he doesn't have to show up in any of these courtrooms because he's definitely afraid of what's going to happen there. And as many of these January 6th
He's not afraid of anything.
Oh, big man, not afraid, whatever.
I know him.
Okay, I'm sure you do know him, and I don't know him, but I don't think that man who doesn't want to even sleep in a hotel bed wants to go to jail. So don't refute what happened. We know about Sidney Powell. We know about John Eastman, who just got disbarred. Rudy Giuliani, who's obviously not in very good position, how the mighty have fallen.
It's telling that Jeanine Pirro's beef with all that Jessica Tarlov said about Trump's cases is that he's afraid. Seems pretty obvious that the Trump team's objective in court is to delay right before presenting a childlike defense, only follow that up by another attempt to delay. So if he's not scared of losing, which he continues to do in case after case, why does he keep running to cameras outside of court rather than going straight to trial and clearing his name before Election Day? Instead of refuting the evidence, he took to social media to post a letter with the caption, "Look what was just found," regarding the hush money case with Stormy Daniels. The letter is signed by the porn star with multiple denials for multiple years. She's since rejected the message in the letter due to the NDA she was abiding by, saying that the parties involved told her that she had no other choice. But considering this letter was widely reported on 6 years ago, Trump's declaration that it was just found is the first lie, hoping to recirculate the letter as something new for the purpose of delaying and sowing doubt with the public, but oddly not in court. Trump's not the only one that doesn't see any other way to beat this.
Now that the case has been filed, at least on the misdemeanor, it seems to me that it's going to be a tough defense.
Oh, he's getting convicted. I don't really think there's a lot of mystery about that. He shouldn't, but he's going to get convicted. The jury's going to hate him. Manhattan went 92%, between 87 and 92% for Joe Biden. That's where this is going to be tried.
You don't actually believe Trump didn't have an affair with Stormy Daniels, as he says, right?
I do not. No, I believe there was an interlude. I don't know if affair may be too
Whatever,
strong.
Yes, all right, fair enough. Fair enough in terms of the language. But the sex happened between them. And that's going to be a tricky part of his defense, right? His defense is going to still be, it didn't happen, but I wanted to make this go away to protect my family, et cetera. I mean, putting aside whether the jury's in Manhattan or the jury's somewhere else, it's a tough technical case for him.
I grant you, yeah, they're probably going to convict him. They're going to convict him pretty easily, I think.
It seems like every time anyone tries to defend Trump's legal issues, they don't really want to focus on the facts of the case and that the allegations are proven. From what we've seen presented in these cases, it's been proven pretty well. So the defenders instead talk about how prosecutors act, their negative assumptions about the jury being selected, whether or not the timing of the trial has come to some conspiracy behind it. But when forced to actually land on guilty or not guilty, they can't say the proceedings reveal much innocence for Trump.
I got to say, it feels kind of desperate when 3 days in a row you seek review by the appellate division, go actually engage in brief oral argument and lose within minutes and come back the next day to try again. I mean, I think they're really throwing everything at the wall, hoping something will stick in a really desperate effort to delay the start of this case. It's really remarkable. I'm not sure I've ever seen 3 days in a row this attempt to delay the start of a trial with absolutely zero success whatsoever.
It's actually kind of amazing that his team never really had a plan to actually win these trials, maybe because there literally is no defense anyone can concoct to dispel these accusations. But their inability to create enough reasons to delay everything further might be even worse. The delay tactic is run dry, apparently, so they might be approaching the time where they break the emergency glass and Trump develops a cough.
Look, I've seen defendants who really don't want their case to proceed to engage in a full display of delay tactics late in the game. We might see someone become ill. Certainly that won't benefit Donald Trump politically, but, when the stakes are this high, maybe he'll decide it's time to develop an illness. He might try firing his lawyers. But what has seemed clear in the last few days is that the courts are on to what's going on here. And these New York appellate judges have said, look, you can appeal your issue about venue or the gag order, but what you can't do is delay the trial in order to do that.